As you all know, Mondays mean we play FTL. It means we play unique, new, awesome creations from you, unique, awesome people. And as usual, we have one from RPGNerdos to start out the day. So on this wonderful Monday, let's check out what a Union Flagship. Union Flagship is the name of the first one we have today. RPGNerdos has created. So let's see what we got. Well, that is a big old ship. That is a big old ship. It's so big, I can't even see these little orange, I don't know, bumpers or floats or engine somethings. I see a bunch of humans on this ship. Uh-oh. We have an infestation of humans. That's a honker. Yeah. It's got a 6-person teleporter. Interesting. What do we got? The S-size Union... Oh, it's a flagship. Okay. S-sized Union Flagship. What do we got here? Upon finishing the construction of their flagship, the Union, is that separate from the Federation, I guess? Built and sent this miniature version as a sign of cooperation and gratitude. While it is not complete and its primary weaponry is lacking, it remains true to the original. It can sustain and deploy huge, well-armed boarding parties, and quickly disable ships. Has internal advanced suits. Is Union might be a faction that RPG has created and had ships for in the past, maybe. Gets more visible in game, though sadly you couldn't make it as big as you want. This isn't as big as you wanted it to be. Lol, that's what she said. Okay. Union is a faction to come up with. Have we played another Union ship? It sounds like the description maybe is alluding to another ship we played in the past. FTL cannot contain your ideas. Alright, well, we have a special augment called Heavy Blasters. External means we can internalize these so they will not take an augment slot if we pay a small scrap fee for a small fee of $1 million. Blasters are outfitted with stronger batteries. Okay. All living blaster-using crew gain 0.25 damage modifier in range combat. For instance, NG will deal 0.75 damage at range. Doesn't affect berserkers. What are blasters? Does that have to do with the fact that it has advanced suits internal augment? You'll take lots of hull damage early on with the ship. Okay. I assume, yeah, no shields to start. I assume it's got some sort of higher health or something. Usually do stuff like that. What's up, Grima? Advanced suits are separate augment that reduces damage of crew takes by 10%. Excuse me. Apparently, I stayed up too late last night. I'll talk about why. I was at a YouTube rabbit hole, as you do. All living blaster using crew. Maybe that means. Okay, I think that means when your crew are shooting at enemy crew, which means when you're not punching, when you're at range, they'll have more damage. That's quite interesting. I feel like maybe we've used an augment like this before in the past and I just forgot about it. And we have normal human crew, which after 28 minutes get to specialize in RPG's effort to make human crew less useless, I guess. Do we have Gibbs? Fall the rebellion? Man, that is one big ship. We have Multiverse Gibbs, the best type of Gibbs. Alright, let's see here. I'll take the... We have emergency respirators, actually, don't we? I think the ship started with them, so I'm going to take the lantern here. Wow, this ship looks really cool. It's huge, but it looks really cool. Humans, Zoltans, and Lanius do get a boost. Rockman and Mantis don't get boosts because they don't use blasters. Okay, because Rock throw rocks and Mantis spit poison or something like that. You want to be human? Well, there are many to choose from, so I will choose a random, this guy. There you go, Grima. Will you get vented? One can only hope. Okay, this ship has 120 health. So if we take early damage, doesn't sound like the end of the world. We have a lockdown bomb, a mini beam, and what's the artillery? I didn't look at this. Every room on an enemy ship is struck with a small bomb that doesn't do crew damage and doesn't start fires. What? Is it really a 50-second cooldown, or is that... Artillery unleashes a devastating wave of unavoidable bombs hitting all systems on enemy ship for 2 system damage. Lack of hull and crew damage makes it suitable for boarding. Level 1 cooldown 23.75 seconds. Level 2 19 seconds. Okay, 23.75, which is about twice the time a mini beam will fire, and 15 seconds of crystal lockdown bomb. Alright, let's see here. Well, I don't have working shields yet. I'll board with 4 to start, I guess. I could board with 6, but I kind of want to see if I need to have weapon manning going or not. Take 100 to get the first shield thing upgrade here. 6-person heal bite, gotta love that. It's a scatter bomb. Level 2 is meaningful in regards to cloaking cycles. Bombs get fired before cloaking. Bombs get massive accuracy boost. They can't miss even when enemy cloaks. This thing is massive. It is. What's up, Pain Train? I have a feeling I'll be 4-man boarding to start this run. To end the fight as quickly as possible because we will be getting shot with no shields. And I guess I'll do that to train weapons. Shoot the mini beam. So if I do this, I can get out before... I could say before it hits, but then I wouldn't be healed. And we definitely need to heal. What's up, Zombie Punk? I really like your design of the ship is really visually smart because the floor image doesn't cover up a lot of the detail of the ship. And I think that's something your older visual hull designs didn't do as well. This one has a lot of cool, interesting visual stuff outside the floor image, so it's not covered up during the fight. That's really well done. I like that a lot. Like, you know, these little rivets and little, you know, lines that give the ship like depth and stuff. You can see all that with the floor image up, which is a small detail that I think you've improved a lot and some other people aren't always doing. I may notice the ship has been built in a way that's very hard to cut off parts of ship with hacking. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Okay, so we have emergency respirators. But we're shieldless. Oh, man. I think I have to not board here. Anything to our teleporter is, I think makes us lose our 4 crew. I think I have to wait for the artillery. And if it gets hit, that's actually really bad. Okay, there we go. Well, your bomb works. That's pretty OP. You try to never cover up too much of the ship. You can wait for artillery. Yeah, I don't... Is there any sort of titanium system casing? Because if they ion or shoot it, we can't do anything. What is this abomination? It's not an abomination. It's a ginormous flagship is what it is. You wouldn't worry about a TP hit too much unless they had ion bomb. Well, if they laser and then ion my teleporter, I lose my 4 crew. And knowing FTL, that's exactly what they'll do, you know? So I don't want to take chances with losing 4 boarders instantly on a boarding ship. How much to internalize the heavy blasters? 10. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So I like having an open augment slot for potential free augment. Rewards, I guess. With respirators level 2 teleporter, you can relatively safe aboard. Just leave crew to quickly repair it. Okay, okay. Alright, we got free stuff. I'm gonna skip the store because my goal is to get shields. It's like a plastic playground slide. Got in a fight with a battalion of Smurfs. That seems overly critical. And like saying, Rand, you look like the guy from Breaking Bad because you're bald. Feels like an overly simplistic description of the visual design. So, not sure I like that description of it, to be honest. Overly simplistic and a little critical. That's how I describe that description of it. The blue is the Smurf blood. Okay, alright. It's the facial hair and the baldness that makes people think that, yeah. Is that not what I said? Because I'm bald? Yes, and have facial hair. And wear glasses. You do look like him, Kappa. I know, I must if people say it over and over. Imagine 6 Berserker boarding. I'm not sure if we're going to get a lot of value out of these heavy blasters, since they're required to be at range, and when you board with 4 people, usually only one person gets value out of that, if you board in a 4-person room. The bomb is just screw all your systems, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty OP. I mean, that's a good deal, but I'm not going to take it. Well, is it even a good deal? Save us 8 scrap. Half power, nebula. Our power is pretty good, so I think we're safe to do this. I doubt we ever use a lockdown bomb. How about this description? Looks like a Sonic-themed N64 controller. That actually, I could see that, yeah. And that's less, that feels less, what's the word? Overly critical, maybe. Alright, well, he does have a heal base, so I am actually going to use Lockdown Bomb here. Damn it, O2 is broken. Lockdown Bomb. Forward here. And I don't think we need weapons. I'm going to have him go repair O2. Okay, good. Oh my god. That is insane, that thing. That, I feel like a bomb that can hit only enemy systems has only been something that is recently possible with hyperspace. Is that true? Because I feel like that would have broken FTL in the past. It would have crashed if it tried to fire too many bombs or something. Do I have fire? I have a fire in my doors. Oh, that's not good. Generally, just use your numbers to overwhelm enemy crew. However, you can arrange range combat by putting 2 crew members in 4-person rooms. Yeah, I might actually try that to see the whatchamacallit in action, the heavy blasters, see how much better their damage is. What's up, Hope? Warum habe ich keinen Sound, aber nur in Twitch? Alright. Well, that's German, so I don't know what all that means. Were you saying something about the sound being too quiet or something? I don't know. Sorry, it's an English stream, so I don't understand German. I am not fluent in German. Even though I did just get done singing in German yesterday for a Beethoven concert. Artillery is like beep 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 WTF boom meme. Is that the translation? Or what? Alright, let's see. He has a clone bay and really good weapons. I'm gonna move one guy there, and see what happens. There we go. So now we shoot them. And to be honest, that doesn't look like that's doing a super whole lot more. But, I mean, it probably just means because humans are still not as good as Mantis when it comes to boarding. Ouch, man. Ouch. Oh, we need our shields really bad. We need shields really, really bad. Ships like this or heavy laser plus beam drones are going to be really rough for this ship. Really rough. Just have to work on repairing this. I'm a little worried, even with 120 health, with the right ship build, like heavy laser, mini beam, combat drone, or combat or beam drone, could do a good 30 damage before this whatchamacallit gets online. The artillery does its thing. But we'll have to see. Not bad German. Yeah, my pronunciation's, I would say, okay for a non-speaker. It's, I'm sure, not that good. It says, why don't I have sound but only in Twitch? Google Translate. Okay, all right. Sorry, I can't help you, especially if you want tech support in German. I couldn't do tech support in English, so in German you're just woo, asking the wrong guy. All right, that is enough for the shields though, so that's good. There we go. We are not quite so susceptible now. Here's an MP3 of it. Okay. It's mostly the early game of the ship taking lots of damage so your shields are up. Yeah. Similar to, well, like maybe Zoltan B. Is that the one that starts where you have to spend 100 scrap on shields? Oh, at least that one has the Zoltan shield to make up for it. But has worse offense than this. I mean, 6-person boarding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't get 5. I don't get this quest. So I think I'm going to have to say thanks for the free fuel unless I go 1, 2, 3. I'd rather just go 1, 2, 3. Stevie Gal, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. That is a new Prime sub. Welcome to the randoms. Alright. As soon as I get shields, missiles. I am so surprised. Look at my surprised face. Does the shield actually protect this thing, or does it stick through? Oh, no, you can see. Oh, wow, the shield looks awesome. Oh, hold on a sec. It's got these little crystalline cracks in it. That's super cool looking. Yeah, the shield, because you only need your shield to be outside of the floor image. It doesn't matter if these entire like pylons or whatever you'd call them were sticking out of the shields. It wouldn't matter as long as the shield covered the floor image, because they can only hit rooms. They can't hit this pylon over here. Wow, you either gave the ship a crap ton of fuel, or I've gotten a lot of fuel rewards already. I'm not sure which is the case. Holy 6-man boarding Batman? Yeah, I hope we get something besides all humans. But that's what this ship starts with. What's up, Telotro? That's an awfully big ship to not even have a chain laser. Yes. The ship looks impressive. It is a flagship, a Union Flagship. Oh, I didn't even look at the name. The Glory. The Glory. Glory to Arstotzka. I mean, glory to the Union. How goes it? This ship looks impressive. I really like the visual of this ship. I really do. I think one of the things that I've been most impressed with from RPGNerdos and his most recent ships is his improving. His artwork is getting better and better. We can see the progress. Ah, that sucks. Of RPGNerdos getting better at ship visual design, and it's really cool to see. Oh, crit! He's got that crit or whatever. Alright, well, looks like okay. If I do this, the ball. Oh, he hit my. Damn it. He hit my. Damn it. He hit my artillery. That's really bad for us. Need to get a weapon offline here. Be safe. Okay. All right. We're safe now. Kill one crew. Can kill shield so I can actually. I need to get these guys to go repair that. Should have done that quicker. I think I have to run to recover from this right now. How am I gonna do this? I want to not lose crew. Do that. Man, this ship. 2 Mantis, an NG, and a level 2 heal bay. That is like pretty OP anti-boarding squad, honestly. But no rage or shade here. No rage or shade. Use this. Lockdown bomb as they try to run into here is the plan. That might buy us the time we need. Artillery is down again. Like they know that artillery is the most important system or something. Although I think it's actually because of the bug that Mike Copley talked about with the way that hacking is on the smart targeting list. Alright. Tough fight. This ship started with 120 health and we're at 92. That is a lot of damage we've already taken, which is kind of crazy. Can a custom shield not protect specific rooms? Depends on how you design it, I guess. Coming from YouTube, Stevie Gal, your regular Prime sub guy seemingly doesn't have a channel anymore. Oh, well that's sad to hear. It's always sad to hear when a streamer you like stops streaming, but I am reaping all the benefits. No, I'm glad to have you here. Gotta put that free money somewhere. I'm glad you do. There's a lot of people. By the way, Prime subs, if you're not using them, support your local Twitcher. That is good. I appreciate that you do that. Loving the content. Thank you. I've been last week we got really frustrated and unhealthy salt, so I'm trying to find ways in a very challenging world of FTL Hard no pause attempts to keep the not have forced positivity, but have healthy, good vibes, mental something. Well, I'm not running out of fuel this run. Healthy mental space. So that's the goal. That's the current goal in the stream. What kind of arty does it sport? It's a bomb. I meant to talk about this earlier. This is a bomb that on every enemy ship, it'll be a small bomb to every room on the enemy ship. Every system room. Which is weird because I'm pretty sure that didn't used to be possible. I'm pretty sure artilleries that tried to shoot bombs or missiles at enemy ships, and if there were more projectiles than rooms that existed on the enemy ship, the game would crash. So I think this makes use of something that hyperspace has improved over the last, I don't know, some amount of time, maybe. I just gotten fuel rewards. Really? You didn't give the ship extra fuel? Okay. Yeah, I might need to upgrade the artillery RPG. Hope my day is going well. It's going pretty well. I'm a little tired because I had a gig yesterday and stayed up too late last night in a YouTube rabbit hole, but it was a good time. And I also got paid paid this morning for my bonus church job. So anytime you get paid for extra work, extra money is good. Rent is covered. Artilleries can shoot bombs and missiles, but would always crash if there are more shots than rooms on an enemy ship. Hyperspace fixed that. Hyperspace fixed that and made artilleries fire only as many projectiles as there are rooms. Cool. I thought that was a thing, so it's cool to see that in practice. This might be the first ship where we've seen that in practice before, so that's pretty cool. Right there, this guy had exactly 5 rooms and exactly 5 bombs were shot. Pretty crazy mechanic there. What's up, Mike? Hope I'm having a good day. I am. You looked up the end of my last stream. You think my mental approach is great and good advice for all of us. Well done sticking to your plan and not doing the 3rd run. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I think the only days I will do 3 runs are viewership days where we're not, doing hard mode, no pause, high stress, high salt things, and days where we just have ridiculously fast, strong first 2 runs. And even then, I might debate whether I do it or not. Because mental health is more important. Everybody in chat, everybody in YouTube, I feel like my mental health has not been great lately. And we're working. I see a lot of people on Facebook or, strangely, on dating websites where I'm like swiping left or swiping right, talking about taking care of yourself is the new sexy or something. And, I think that is important. Mental health is something that we often don't talk or think about enough. And my mental health during this push for partner has not been what it should be. So we're working on it. We're working on ourselves, right, chat? Holy free weapon. That's always a good time. YouTube rabbit hole? Anything specific? So, the YouTube rabbit hole. Last night, I don't know why, but in my recommended, a thing came up that said, these martial arts, what martial arts are actually good self-defense? Or something like that. And I got into a rabbit hole of watching YouTubers who talk about martial arts. Probably had a lot to do with, you know, like MMA and, you know, like fighting competitions and stuff, which I don't really watch. But I found really interesting. I watched a tier list from a guy called like Martial Arts Journey or something, where they were rating martial arts that if you took them as a layperson and you went to like, say, a Taekwondo place or a Kung Fu place or an MMA place, would what they teach you actually be good for real world self-defense? And it was really interesting. Really cool because they talk about a lot of like the stylized martial arts like Aikido and a bunch of stuff. If you get in a bar brawl, probably aren't going to be a lot of use. And it was a rabbit hole about martial arts and its actual practical use in self-defense situations. And it was really interesting. And I was up till like 1:30 watching those videos last night. And artillery, love the shield graphic. I love the shield graphic. I would like to see something like this on more ships because it's like shattered glass. Looks really cool. Just choose what is best for your health, not like what you're constrained by a rule. Yeah. Medbay improves your cruise max health somewhat. Oh, that's right. That's a thing that you added a while ago that I'd forgotten about. Yes. You've added so much stuff in your mods that I forget some of this stuff, RPG. Whatever Steven Seagal does is clearly the best. Clearly. Well, okay, the rabbit hole, the thing that started off the rabbit hole was, I had this suggestion for a guy who's this guy who does random videos. I forget what his name is, but he's a British guy, I think, by his accent. Got a mustache, and he just does these random videos. And he did a video about fake martial arts, and it was about the guy whose life the original Bloodsport was based off of, and it was a guy who basically just made up a bunch of stuff about how he won the Kumite and had this this amazing martial arts teacher that died, and like this story behind all that I'd never heard. And then that started getting me on a martial arts recommended YouTube rabbit hole. It was really interesting. Were they mostly good or not good for actual defense? From the video I watched, enter. The top of the tier list that they had for actual real-world self-defense, if you took a class, was actually wrestling. Like, I assume it's like the real-world wrestling, like Olympic wrestling and that kind of thing, because a lot of real life fights, barroom brawls, you know, out of nowhere, somebody attacking you, if you can get somebody to the ground and wrestle them, or keep yourself from being taken to the ground, you are in a better position to not be hurt, or to beat your assailant or get away from the assailant. It was really interesting. I want to sell that because this has got some interesting stuff at the store that I want to get. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was another good one. Some of the middle tier ones was like, oh, what was it? Boxing. Boxing was kind of a mid-tier one because it gives you, being able to box is good, but if you get taken to the floor, a lot of times boxers don't know what to do, or aren't in a good situation for being able to fight off their assailant. So it's really interesting. I know nothing about self-defense. I've taken a little bit of Tai Chi and a like kickboxing class when I was in high school and didn't get very good at it at all. But it was really interesting, and I'm probably going to be visiting those rabbit holes even more because I found it really interesting. I don't like violence and fighting, but I do find it interesting to hear people talk about it and its real-world applications. So, martial art rule 1, run if possible, yeah. Sure, in a fight you would fold like a chair pretty quick despite being a big man. Yeah, I would probably be able to... I used to be very quick when I was younger, so I would probably try to run away. Think you know that video? The tier list one? Alright, well, it's good that I got weapon upgrades because I just sold my emergency respirators in an abandoned sector, which might not have been the best plan, but we should be okay. Good hits. You're doing karate for almost 17 years now. If you would ever get in a fight, your first response would be to flee. And that's what the video the guys talking about are talking about. Is the reason for the video is talking about if you were a person who had a black belt in X, whether it's karate, Krav Maga, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, all these different things, if somebody attacked you in a bar, would you use that? Or would it just, you know, go down to whoever can get somebody to the floor, whoever gets a good punch into the face? Would you actually use your special wax on, wax off, or your whatever cool moves you learned in your Kumutai class? Kumutai was another one that was pretty highly ranked because apparently that one is about grappling on the ground or breaking holds or something. Again, I'm not a person who watches MMA or anything, but it's really cool because a lot of these videos are talking about how mixed martial arts competitions have started to show which martial arts out there are kind of useless in a real fight and which ones give you skills for if you are attacked. It's really cool. Pie Boy Potatoes with the 65 months of tier 1 subbage. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. All right. Okay, didn't hack my teleporter so we can board on them. And that's what our humans are doing. They're using their special skills. Jiu-Jitsu is insanely popular in the States right now. Yeah, and apparently that's one thing they talk about is how popular different martial arts are at certain points. Because apparently Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has gotten really popular. And is it just a flavor of the month? Or if you were attacked, would it be useful? And it was a cool video because they talk about which of these skills are used. And I'm going to be watching more videos because one of the videos I watched, yeah, it was like 1:30 last night. And I was like, I want to keep watching, but I have to stop. Was these YouTubers who talk about martial arts, how it's used for self-defense, and how they are taught and used in real world situations. And there's these guys that talk about it, you know, like people who are police officers or bouncers or MMA fighters who actually, you know, do full contact real fighting in their real life. And they use different martial arts for different situations because you're using, it's kind of like having different tool sets for the different situations. It's cool. In the eternal words of Mr. Miyagi, the best defense is to not be there. Oh, or no be there. Okay, nice, nice. I don't remember that from. It's been a long time since I've watched Karate Kid. Was Bobby Hills, that's my purse. I don't know you from on any of these lists. King of the Hill reference now. Please, don't forget the no-touch martial arts. Yeah, they had some of the, like, mystical ones on the tier list, and they, like, instantly put it at F. It's like, this is just ridiculous. There was some Russian one called something I've not heard of, and they did, like, ninjutsu, which, you know, people who are actually ninjas might have actually had some skills, but anybody that teaches ninjutsu now is probably not teaching you anything useful for dealing with a mugger or something. You're gonna stick with your chain laser targeting classes. Nice, nice. Everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face. Yeah, yeah. Or sand in their eyes. There's a Reddit called Bullshito. It's pretty fun. Oh yeah, is it talking about all the BS? Apparently this is like, must be a popular thing that people are talking about. I've just discovered it and seen it for the first time yesterday, and it was really interesting. I'll be watching more of these videos. Not giving up is your ninja way. Rex Kwon Do is the true most useful martial art. Because you need a buddy system watching your back at all times. No more flying solo. Alright, yeah, I guess I'll deal with this border first. And we can definitely vent this human. Practice this punch 100 times, you can kill an ox. No, you can't. Yeah, and that's a lot of what they talked about in the video. And it's interesting because I'm not somebody who, you know, has done a lot of martial arts or gets into fights. I wouldn't know what to do if I was in a real fight. Even though I did take some, like I said, a few, like kung fu or no, not kung fu. I did kickboxing, a little taekwondo, and a very little tai chi. What was interesting is they talked about two of the ones that they talked about in the tier list that I talked about were aikido and tai chi, where they're kind of outliers that they put very low, but they're martial arts that if somebody was inhumanly strong or skilled, could probably do insane things and put it at an S tier because they could deal with any situation. The problem is that normal Joe off the street, if they just learn these fluid motions of Tai Chi or whatever the weird, crazy, artistic things that Aikido does, they could probably deal with any situation. But the problem is you'd have to have such incredible like reaction speed or strength or flexibility or something that nobody except maybe the people who created them and had these insane, almost superhuman abilities would get the full use out of whatever that martial art is or something. It was really interesting. You know what? I'm gonna take 40 repair because we have 120 max health. So Vast Nebula, let's go there. Randoing Rex will never get old. Rex Kondo, yeah. You could thank Shoei because he quotes it all the time, and when he quotes it, I hear it in my head and have to say it. That was a big explosion for a guy punching doors. Yeah, talking about the artillery bomb that hit him. By the way, our weapons are kind of insane if I get this mini beam online, which is probably what I'll do next. Actually, I don't have to do any dolphin flipping here. Spot backup battery. In school, we did capoeira, and you couldn't get into it as you just wanted to block or throw my opponent. Yeah, capoeira was one they ranked. I forget where they put it. It's a cool video. I should link it in chat if I could pull it up. Here, since I'm talking about it, shameless plug to somebody who I have no connection to. Let me actually, I should pull up. I can put it in chat. If I just go to my YouTube history, I can pull it up and I'll just say the name of the video on YouTube so people want to watch it later. If I go to my, where's my history? History, real quick. Home, history, library, history, see all. It was this video. Best martial arts for self-defense, martial arts journey. Had like 2.2 million views. They definitely don't need, you know, my recommendation. One of the biggest misunderstandings. But it's martial arts journey, best martial arts for self-defense ranked. It's like an hour and a half video, and I was watching it last night. I'll copy and paste it in chat here. Found it really interesting. It's just two guys talking. They're two of the like martial arts YouTubers who are probably popular right now. 120 hull. Yes, this is a crazy flagship style ship. Is what this is. An RPGNerdos OP ship. When your favorite anime had one of its later seasons switched to a Chinese production company, they changed its martial arts style to be Tai Chi, and it was gorgeous to watch. Yeah. It's interesting because I did a Tai Chi class with my ex as like something for us to do together, and it felt more like a low, what's the word? Low contact, low stress workout thing for older people than it felt like a martial arts class. But it was still cool to like learn the forms and things, you know? If you're forced to fight and cannot run, the best things are having a weapon and striking first as hard, as viciously as you can without warning. Is that because shots sneak through the big shield? Oh yeah, this ship starts with only half a shield, so you don't actually have an actual shield. You start with one. You start with the half a shield barrier, so you need 100 scrap to get your first shield up. So that's, I think, why it started that way, and because the ship is designed to be a flagship, and there's always a story behind the ships in RPGNerdos designs. You heard after 1 week of Rex Kwon Do, you'll learn to defend yourself with the strength of a grizzly, the reflex of a puma, and the wisdom of a man. You are a lifer to Rex Kwon Do, okay. Wisdom of a man. Alright, this guy's running. Okay, he's got level 3 piloting, running away with this build. If I wasn't so OP, I'd be more stressed about this. There we go. No running now. Your grandma did Tai Chi as her way to stay mobile in her old age? Yeah, yeah. It's and I don't know if that's what it's designed for, or if that's just what it's been marketed as. Because one of the things they talk about in this video is that the reason a lot of these martial arts that are popular aren't actually good for self-defense is that it's because teaching self-defense, like how to run away or how to grapple, is not flashy, and it's not something that people want to pay for. They want to pay to learn how to do a big roundhouse kick or how to do the weird, you know, gymnastic stuff that looks really cool. So it's not, if it's not marketable, not a lot of people are going to learn it, and so it's not going to be taught as much. And so that's why a lot of the things that are good for self-defense aren't necessarily popular. Is really cool and interesting videos. That was my YouTube rabbit hole that I had a good time with last night, but I'll probably do some more tonight. What's the crake with the little guy with the blue sign? I don't know what word you just said. I'm sorry. Crake. Oh, are you talking about the crew? Was that supposed to be crew? Okay, I did not understand that word. This is a computer. It's a ship's computer. It's basically an extra menu like this that allows you to do extra stuff in this mod. Toggle drones, internalize augments, upgrades for some special... It's basically a tool RPGNerdos made for his mods to give an extra menu to do things on the ship. Special weapons, special augments, special crew, that kind of stuff. Okay. That artillery is nuts. Yes. It is a small bomb to every room on an enemy ship. It's pretty crazy. I can't wait to see what it does to the boss, actually. Somebody this morning, as I was going through YouTube comments, is like, Rand, if you get mad at FTL Hard mode, you should play an easy difficulty run to relax and unwind. My response was, I don't play FTL to unwind, even easy mode. But if I were to play FTL to relax and unwind, it's this kind of ship. This is the kind of ship where we just have a good time, play with ridiculous builds, OP craziness, artilleries that are actually useful and kind of ridiculously overpowered. This is where we relax and have a good time with FTL, is these crazy viewerships. And why I play them when some people are like, why do you even play it? It's so easy. It's not even a challenge. You think I need more challenge in FTL? I don't need any more challenge. I got thousands of hours of challenge. This is a good, relaxing, fun time when I get to play ships like this. That's why when people send me viewer modded ships and they're even harder than vanilla FTL, I'm like, what are you doing to me? I don't need more of this. A combat drone flies around fast. What's for dinner? I have no idea. One of the hardest things about being an adult, choosing what to eat for dinner every night. Do I eat something that tastes good but will make my stomach explode? Or taste horrible but will not make me regret my life choices in the middle of the night? Craic is Irish for fun. Info. Oh, I've never heard of that. C-R-A-I-C? Never heard or seen of that word before. Okay, sorry. I am ignorant of Irish... I don't know, is that a vocabulary? I don't know. I go half power, half power, half power. Yeah, I guess we do this for the half power. I do have backup battery for this jump. Let's get level... Oh, we have level 3 piloting. The ship starts with all the subsystems upgraded. I guess that's to make up for the half a shield layer. Does small bomb damage all rooms or just system occupied? It hits every room. This artillery hits every room on an enemy ship. It only damages system rooms because it doesn't do hull damage. And this particular one doesn't even do crew damage because it's designed on this ship where you're boarding. It's a pretty interesting one. Pretty interesting one. Timers on health bar are your missiles. That's right. Timers on my sanity, on my emotional health. Missiles are a timer on my emotional health. I might have to depower a weapon. Have enough defense. Okay, I already aimed the beam. Oh, but it wasn't fully charged. Damn it. This is gonna. I'm just one power short of where I need to be right now for this half power fight. I left my mini beam online. Damn it. Play on easy to unwind, said no FTL player ever. Well, my response to the person who said you should play an easy mode FTL run to unwind was, that's like telling a person who works in an office, you should go into your office and do some light paperwork to unwind. I mean, doing your job, but an easier version of it is not unwinding. The way you unwind from your job is not doing your job. So, telling me to play easy mode FTL to unwind, it's not going to be very fruitful. It's just going to make me go, man, I wish I wasn't playing this version of FTL. I want to go do something else. So, you know. It's pronounced crack. The Irish love crack. Okay. A great dinner debate. Try doing it with a family of 4 where nobody likes the same things for the most part. Well, that at least I don't have to deal with that. I can make my own choice. I just usually make the wrong choice because I get pizza, burgers, or chicken in my stomach, depending on what I get. Usually is punishing me for it later. But yeah, I'm sure it's way harder when you have a family to figure out. Try feeding small humans, little brats, I don't like this, or I'm still hungry, when they refuse to eat. That was me when I was a kid, so. Hey, heart surgeon, go unwind on that patient over there. Yeah. He's got mind control. And I mean, maybe that's not exactly the best comparison because I am playing video games, but when playing video games is your job, it can sometimes be a challenge to unwind. That's why any video game that I play off stream, I will hardly ever actually stream it. Because if I play a game off stream, I'm playing it to unwind from my whatever game I'm playing on stream that either could be stressful or challenging, or I don't want to do content off stream that people will miss, yada yada yada. A very unique world, this world of making a living playing video games and chatting with people about video games. That is the danger of turning a hobby into an occupation. That is exactly right. That is exactly right. I think that comparison is actually spot on. That's a good way to describe it. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know if that's... Some people might go, but you're just playing video games. And that's probably going to be people who have never tried to make their hobby into a job. Turning your hobby into a job is great, but also there's downsides to it. Like there's downsides to everything. What do I want to do here? Do I have system slots? I do, so I can get hacking and cloaking. I probably want to just get mind control with this crazy boarding build, so let's see what I've seen. I have not seen these jumps, so looking for a store down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we should be able to get all those. Yeah, save the off-stream games for yourself. Yeah, that's what I do. This ship is disgusting. Too many humans. I agree. I agree. Although, oh, I think they're all ready to be changed, upgraded, whatever the word is for it. Mutilated. I mean, mutated. I can get cloaking. Let's get cloaking. Although maybe I should have bought other crew, but I really want the systems. Any new singing gigs? Is Christmas coming? I'm starting to get texts about Christmas gigs, and my friend Tim just said, check out Void Crew. It's a solid, fun, early access something. Void Crew. I'll have to look at that game. It's like working IT PC support and people ask you for help off time when all you want to do is unwind. Yeah. Hey, you're not doing anything. Come help me fix my computer. Thanks for making me do work after work for free. So all these guys ready to specialize? They are. Okay. Luckily, no one asks you to cook for them, and also that's why I appreciate when you get to play games with Rand offline. Yeah, you got that a lot as a graphic designer, even IT related. Could you please fix my computer for free? Yeah. What have you missed? We talked about martial arts. You're totally right about making your hobby and your job. As a teenager, you'd cope for fun and all the time, but now it's your job as a software engineer. You never build what you want anymore, and that's a bit sad to you. Yeah. It's kind of why I don't play games that I like in my free time, that genre, when I'm streaming. I start specializing all these. Oh, it costs money. Never mind. It's not because I don't want to play those games with you fun people. It's because it's my unwind time. I don't play I don't play any MMOs on stream because if I get into an MMO, I play it as my unwinding downtime game off stream. So, although I might have played a little bit of WoW on stream or something at one time, I forget. Alright, what do we got? Defense outpost. I don't want to board here. I'm glad I got that. First laser, heavy laser earlier. Fighting a lot of auto scouts. What sector? We're in a nebula sector? Okay. I should do math on stream to unwind. Yes, let's do a history course together. The class that I always hated the most in school. I never liked history. For whatever reason, I've always found history to be so boring. And I'm sure it's really fascinating to some people, but I liked music. Math, okay. English was fine. Computer class was cool. But history and science, I like science, alright. But history was always the one. Like, history and social studies. Anything that was any kind of politics or history or war or... I just was always so bored in those classes. Music history was my least favorite class in my music degree. Music history, couldn't stand it. Probably didn't help that I had my worst teacher ever in music history, but still. That's a halberd beam. So let's buy it and not get it online yet. We do still need... I was going to say get hacking, but might want to go mind control. On an FTL note, you played some FTL again. You got hard carried on Crystal B. Nice, nice. Getting hard carried is a good time. Clearly when you do something that isn't rage-inducing at all, like multiplayer Rocket League. Yeah. Any PvP game would be... Honestly, I don't know if I could say it would be more ragey than FTL. Depend on my mental and outlook and approach would probably be it and how I handle it. But with my experience with when I started streaming, my streaming career as a Smite streamer, I'm pretty sure any PvP stream would be as or more ragey. Hey, you studied computer stuff for 5 years, didn't you? Yes, and I still don't want to help you install a stupid game on your stupid phone. Nice. You liked biology? I didn't have much of a biology class. I remember like one biology class, and all I remember from that one biology class is doing a bug collection and a plant collection, I think. I had a coach who was a teacher for that, so I'm pretty sure he tried to make it as simple and easy on himself as possible. Stores are definitely Star Fox 64 bases. Nice. Alright, he has a heal bay. Only 3 crew. Okay, let's make the fight safe. Wait for the artillery bomb. You got three halberd beams, heavy laser 1, flak 1, chain ion fire beam, and flak 2 on your Crystal B run, plus some drones. Wow, that's some crazy free stuff. This heal bay position is terrible for our ranged attack augment buff thing. Oh. Oh, finally, a free non-human crew. It's gonna be frickin' expensive as hell to specialize all these crew here. Rocket League is fun. It is fun if you do it. I feel like it's like fun if you do it casually with friends or, you know, just for fun. The Irie Legacy, the esports team I'm a part of that I don't really do anything with, most of the people who are in Irie Legacy are esports Rocket League players. I'm pretty sure, so I'm guessing they would have choice words about it being fun. You know, anybody who does something all the time, like League players, is League fun? Well, it's their job. You know, it's they're professionals at it. Is it fun to? I don't know. Go to your office job every day? Well, you're probably good at it. And it makes you money, but is it fun? You know, I don't know. I'm gonna put this slug on pilot because I might end up not getting mind control as my final system. Outside of art and design, history was always your favorite. Interesting. You only play Rocket League with your brother? Yeah. That's like if I play Smite now, which is very rare. I haven't probably played in like a year. It's only because my friend Tim and my brother Steven want to play some. And even then I get so ragey at it that we don't usually play for long. Or at least I don't usually play it for long with them. That is a fire. We more than anything else, we play. We'll sometimes play Phasmophobia together. Is what we'll play. Apparently, there's a big patch recently. They did a big patch of Phasmophobia in the last couple weeks. I only played it once or twice since then, but they changed. They added a lot of interesting stuff on Phasmophobia. You gave the ship a custom cloaking image. Let's check it out. Chat's been so interesting. Oh yeah, I did notice that. Kind of a cool light blue color. Yeah, very nice. Soon I will become Death Destroyer of World. You were a champ 2 out of 3 in real life for like 7 straight seasons. In what? In Rocket League? You had to quit because the toxicity was making you miserable? Yeah. Is that the Spooky Ghost camera game? Phasmophobia, yes, the one where you have ghost hunting tools, like an EMF and ghost writing, and you like try to get ghosts to walk through salt. You try to figure out what type of ghost it is, and the ghost will hunt you. Super fun game. I mean, if you're into ghost hunting. I used to watch Ghost Adventures, Ghost Hunters, all that kind of stuff way back when, so playing a game in that world is always fun. Thank you for the 13 months, Ogre. Appreciate it. Ooh, I don't want to fight that guy. I have exactly enough scrap for a mantis. But I'm not going to do it. I think I need to do weapon upgrades more than anything else right now. Because I have all these humans who I'm going to eventually need to specialize. Phasma might be fun to revisit. Yeah, what they did was they added lower level and high level versions of all the tools, all the ghost hunting gear. And they reset everybody's money and level. So nobody starts off with all the stuff anymore. You have to like re-unlock everything. So it's pretty... If you're into Phasmophobia, it's probably a good reset for a lot of people who played a lot and wanted to re-unlock things. It's higher level dots projectors and higher level cameras and tripods that you can turn remotely now and all this kind of stuff. All right, so this is the charted nebula. We got to see where everything is. What's the newer Phasma clone? I don't know. There was a girl I was talking to and went on a date with once who was huge into Phasmophobia, and she had me get this game called This Is a Ghost. That's the name. It's like one of the worst names of a game I've ever heard. But I played it once, and it's just all jump scares with way worse mechanics. I played it for like 5 minutes and I went, this is ridiculous. I'm not playing this. It's so ridiculous. Just the name and the mechanics of it are like, this is trying to capitalize on the Phasma hype in a way worse way. Okay, that guy dodged everything. Apparently I didn't shoot all my stuff correctly though. So he didn't dodge everything. I just am bad. Just called This Is a Ghost. Like, what the... Who came up with the name of this game? Given that there are about a dozen Phasma clones now, yeah. They had to deliver a big update. Yeah, I haven't played any of the other Phasma clones except that one, and it was, again, 5 minutes in. I was like, I'm not playing this. Do you think we could crew kill a store with this ship? I don't know how many crew stores have, so I don't know. What's up, Carson Climbs? Thanks for all the entertaining content. My pleasure. Thank you for the encouragement and nice words. I always appreciate when people say that. Pretty sure we will have a hard time of the game if we played some more. We always have Shogi to die for our sins. Okay. Shogi to die for our sins. Second date called off. Well, it wasn't called off because of that game. More called off because, you know. I don't know. 4 crew. It's a lot of weapons, man. Oh, let's see how we want to do this. Rand, have I ever walked out mid-movie in a theater? It's a good question. Are there any movies that I ever thought were so bad I just walked out? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever walked out of a movie. I feel like I'm too cheap to do that. I'm like, I paid for this ticket. I'm gonna stick it to the end. Also, I don't go to that many movies, so I only ever go to movies that I'm like, I'm gonna like this. Although if I were to walk out on a movie, it probably would have been Star Wars, the one that we bash all the time. Episode 8 or whatever it was. If I didn't walk out of that, I'm never gonna walk out of a movie probably. So, because from the first 5 minutes, I was like, oh my god, this is so terrible. Whamambola for 41 months in a row. How the time flies. You are so generous, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. I didn't feel the magic. You just remember that I'm an important part of many people's lives. Am I? I don't know what how salty I get. That's a little disconcerting to me, honestly. But, okay. Thank you. Bring him to our med bay. Charlie. Nice, we finally have another good border. And actually, I should put this other human over here. We have 6 borders. Other people have lives here? Last Jedi time bashing. Let's go. Well, sorry. I don't really want to turn this into that stream. But that's the first thing that came to my head. Because, again, I don't see a lot of movies. And the only movie in the last 3 years I went to that I didn't at least have a decently good time with was basically the Star Wars movies. The new Star Wars movies that were just terrible. You almost walked out but decided to stay so you could have a complete list of how bad it was? Yeah. We had to visit a theater play for school and you wanted to walk out? Look, I paid for it, so I will suffer through it till the bitter end. That's right. I paid for this. So if I don't stick around for it, what am I even doing with my life? Wasting my life on something I shouldn't have paid for. But still, I paid for it. Please don't dodge. Okay. Good. First laser 2 down. This combat 2 drone is just frickin' going off right now. Beautiful. That bomb is OP. Last Jedi was the best Star Wars movie. Changed my mind. Okay, no, we're not getting into that even when you're trying to start a conversation. That's a sunk cost fallacy in real life. I paid for this movie ticket. It's true. Imagine having 2 boarding parties. 2 boarding parties of 6 crew. Can we have 12 crew on this ship? Oh my god, we can have so many crew. What is that, 16? 20? We can have up to 20. Where are my free crew? Game, I need more free crew. By the way, what do you mean episode 8 or 9? There are only 6 episodes. I know, right? I don't know what I was thinking. But like in recent memory, one of the best movies I saw in the theaters was the Dungeons and Dragons movie. I thought that was just so much fun. Kind of ridiculous and goofy, but also really well acted, really well written, and a ton of fun. Like, I don't think anybody would say that's some cinematic masterpiece, but I would watch that over and over in a heartbeat. Such a fun movie. Of course, it doesn't hurt that it, you know, appeals to my nerd sensibilities. I've started to play some D&D with friends and stuff. Although I'm guessing the biggest critics of the D&D movie would be people who thought it wasn't faithful enough or as good as playing it live or whatever, but I honestly haven't heard anything super negative about the Dungeons and Dragons movie. You recently finally watched Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 3 and Matrix Resurrections. D&D movies on your to-watch list? I think you'll enjoy it, Pieboy. If you go in looking to have a good time and not thinking this needs to be perfectly faithful to everything D&D, because I'm sure they took some liberties, but I had a blast with it. You enjoyed the D&D movie, but not a fan of them trying to use it to make people like their new rules. See, you're one of those people who I don't even know what that means. I don't know. Like, it sounds like you think they're trying to push an agenda, and I didn't get that from it. And maybe it's because I don't play enough D&D to understand what that agenda would be, what new rules you're talking about. I have no idea what that would even refer to. So that is probably why I enjoyed it more than some people who may have thought things like that, which I don't even understand. Movie is never going to be as good as playing D&D, and that's okay, yeah. On the weapons. Last movie you watched was Top Gun. Oh, the new one, I assume? I've heard that was a very good movie. My guess is that it's a lot of fan service, but the people who went to watch that movie, that's probably what they wanted. But I've heard that it's good, too, so... you don't actually get any bonus to attacking at range, so we'll melee with you. Go. Same way, Baldur's Gate 3 is never going to be as good as playing, which is also okay. Baldur's Gate 3 would be a good introduction to those ideas. I didn't feel like they pushed any agendas. It was a fun and entertaining movie that unfortunately didn't make much money. Really? I thought it was really popular. At least I thought. Maybe I just saw all the YouTube nerds who enjoyed it reviewing it. I didn't realize it didn't make that much money. You think it's because of the boycott? You love the recent D&D movie? Last movie you watched was before 2020. You have no clue what it was. Felt like they just took their own D&D campaign and turned it into a screenplay. Yeah, I don't... I play D&D, not a lot, but enough to know the basic rules, so I don't understand what they're pushing the new rules thing is. I don't understand what that is. Felt like they just... yeah. Okay, what do we got here? Hoping for mind control? Okay, they have mind control. Do I buy the mind control? Yeah, you know I want weapon upgrades and power. Let's just get the mind control going. I almost feel like saying they're trying to push some agenda is maybe people reacting to all the bad press that and the bad taste that Wizards of the Coast has gotten from stuff. It almost feels like projecting, like I don't know if this is true because I haven't been into D&D like all the people who are, but almost like reading into that they were doing that, but maybe they were. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like the huge backlash to the Harry Potter movies was because so many people just can't stand J.K. Rowling because of her stances on certain things. Was I supposed to do that? Maybe I should have taken the fight. Oh well. Everything has the agenda. Well, my thoughts are that the agenda was probably to make money and create a new movie franchise. That's my guess that the agenda was for this movie. Like most movies, try to make money and maybe sell some of, get more people buying D&D stuff. Like the Barbie movie, I'm sure it wasn't just because somebody really wanted to make a movie about Barbie. I'm sure a lot of people were paid a lot of money to make that movie happen, you know? You never watched or read anything about the first two games ever, or the first two Baldur's Gate games? Mind control guy gain combat training from damaging your own system. Perfect! Totally planned. Although, honestly, that wasn't planned. I forgot that I have mind control counter now. Get one more power. This online. I don't think I got 4 here. D&D movie costed about 150 million without marketing. It made barely over 200 million. Usually in those cases, they won't make a sequel. You should love to see it continue with the same cast, but who knows? Well, don't sometimes those things happen and then they make more money once it gets released elsewhere, like streaming or stuff? So hopefully there will be some more money it'll make from streaming or something. Lego Movie still stands as the best feature-length commercial. The first one. I feel like Nintendo's trying to give the Lego movies a run for the money with all the Super Mario and what else have they done recently? I feel like Sonic movie, although that's not Nintendo. I feel like there's some other Nintendo movie that I'm forgetting about right now. I do not have hacking, I just realized, and I'm doing a dive. Thankfully his weapons aren't that good, but it's a nebula dive, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Okay. Nice, we got the big missile offline, beautiful. And if we take a little damage with our 106 health, I think we're okay. We dodge every missile anyway, it's fine. Alright, I think the dive is successful. D&D 5e rules, druids cannot turn into non-creatures. They get extra hit points when they wild shape. D&D 1, they can, but keep the hit points they have when not in wild shape. That was one way they were pushing the new rule set. I'll be honest, Pain Train, that seems really nitpicky. If you make a movie about a game where there's shape-shifting that exists, if you don't have a character that shapeshifts, that feels like a complete missed opportunity. I didn't see the shapeshifter and go, oh gosh, I wonder if they retain hit points or retain their abilities. I really think that's reading way too much into pushing a rule agenda that they had a shape-shifting druid in the movie. I don't know if I buy that unless I'm misunderstanding what you're saying. Or the fact that druids about what it turned into. I don't know. I'm trying to remember because we had a wild shape shifting druid in our D&D campaign till he stopped playing, and he could turn into. He couldn't turn into everything. Maybe it's the fact that the druid in the movie could turn into like every creature with no cooldown or something. Which when it was happening, I was like, I'm sure you can't do this in the game. But what I didn't think was that they were doing it to push some rule set. I thought they're really taking advantage of the fact that druids can shapeshift, so they want to do it for a cool action sequence. That's what I got from it, not some sort of rule pushing thing. You played WoW for a decade, you still haven't seen the movie? Yeah, I remember watching the movie years later when I was at somebody's house and it was just on TV and I was like, wow, no wonder I never watched this. This is terrible. That's all I remember about it. Give them nothing, Engis feel no fear. Alright, let's see here. Repair this without venting them. Could upgrade my O2. You played. It's a movie. Writers do whatever is cool to put butts in seats. The druid was badass. Well, it's like. I guess it's kind of like me saying I hated the first X-Men movie because they made Cyclops a useless, whiny biatch, which is nothing like what he is in the comics. And it's maybe I didn't enjoy it as much because that felt not true to the comics. But the reason they did it was so that Wolverine could be cool and have an antagonist in his group or something. And that bugged me more than probably other people who don't care if Cyclops is cool or a whiny biatch. So it's maybe similar to something like that. Where Pain Train has a love of the original source material that makes things like the druid shape-shifting in the movie feel unfaithful to the original or something like that. Alright, what do we have? Zoltan Shield Bypass is probably the only thing I really want from a store now. But the shape-shifting didn't bother me. It just felt like, wow, they're really going overboard on this whole shape-shifting character to give them a cool action scene. I think the movie is about promoting some new rule set. You would say you're way too invested. Yeah, I don't know. How do I want to do this? I think I just let him board, wait for our bomb to go off, and then board myself. I think that's what. Actually, I can just 6v1 this guy. Respect to Cyclops for not making it to the third movie and dying like a biatch. Clip that. Well, that's how much I disliked the original X-Men movies. I never saw the original. I say original, the third one. The one, Days of Future Past, or the one where, like, everybody dies. I didn't even know that everybody dies because I was so out and uninvested in the original, I don't know what you want to call them, the ones before the new ones, that I just didn't even ever watch those other ones. Couldn't be bothered. And they have to be pretty bad for me not to want to watch them, because X-Men was my favorite comic book and superhero team story, whatever you want to call it, when I was growing up. I loved the X-Men cartoon, Saturday morning cartoon. I had a bunch of comic books. I still have X-Men comic book cards in a folder somewhere in my closet. Am I ready to play non-FTL games next month? I'm so ready. So ready. Your friend had the old Redbox D&D. 5e isn't the original rule set. Yeah. Let the druid live his life. Live her life. In the movie. We're talking about the druid in the movie. She a tiefling? I don't know much about tieflings, but from... What I will say is from Baldur's Gate, they have horns and they have red skin. And she definitely did not have red skin in the movie. Was she a tiefling? And if so, was that an untrue or unfaithful tiefling? Or do they have different skin color in the actual lore? I know nothing about tieflings. Casting was solid in the movie. They all did a great job. Yeah. I thought the act... I think my favorite part about the movie was probably the casting and the writing. Because I thought all the characters were super fun. The performances were all really great. Why did I leave this one guy in here? I don't know why I did that. I need to be careful here. Let me shoot the shield and hope that'll pull a guy. Yeah. Nice small bomb for free. I'll take that. maybe half tiefling. It was pretty well hidden. Yeah, maybe she was. I always forget that there's half orcs, half. I always play as a half elf, but I forget that there's half orcs, half halfling. Are there half halflings? What would that be? A 3/4ling? I don't know. She had horns, but not sure if they confirmed that. You have those same X-Men cards, Marvel Masters, you think they're called? I forget which brand I had. She was half tiefling, horns but normal skin. Okay. They can be different colors. Tieflings can vary. They have a close or far ancestor that is a demon or devil or some evil creature from another plane, normally the lower planes / hells. Okay. So if she was a half tiefling, she had horns but like human-ish skin instead of red skin. I guess that makes sense for a half tiefling, I guess. Okay, what do you got? Automated reloader. Vulcan would be a meme. Small bomb is good boarding support. My worst weapon is actually my burst laser 1 here. Maybe I don't sell anything. And actually have my small bomb on my bar for. Well, do I need a small bomb when we have an artillery that literally small bombs the entire ship? I think I don't actually. So let's go ahead and sell it. I don't really need anything this run. We are super OP because this ship is really strong, OP, and a super fun ship. Let's get our dodge maxed out for when we cloak, I guess. Keep thinking I need to hack, but I bought my 2 systems and I did not get hacking, so. One of those runs where we're never going to get, like, 9th weapon power or 10th shield, probably, because just, spent too much scrap on systems. Be wearing of the 8thling and the 1/16thling. Those are the scary ones. Halflings are fine, but whew, those other fractionlings. Don't want to mess with them. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Of course, I haven't used my mind control much, probably because I'm boarding with 6 dudes and don't need to. And have an artillery that small bombs their entire ship. Your D&D group only plays 3.5 edition. You like 5e for one-shot adventures or convention games. 4th edition is hot garbage. X2 was one of your favorite superhero movies. Opening with Nightcrawler is awesome. Yes, the opening with Nightcrawler was amazing in second X-Men movie, which is why I was so disappointed in everything else about the X-Men movies. Because that opening scene, I loved Nightcrawler. Apart from Cyclops, he was my favorite X-Men. But apart from that, everything else in the movie felt not cool or interesting or fun. And the writing was terrible. There's still the meme about Storm saying, "What happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else." Like it's like their quips are bad. The acting is uninspired. The only thing that's cool is the special effects in some cases. I really like how they handled the attunement to the helm with the wizard. That was good creative writing. Oh yeah, in the we're going back and forth talking about different movies in the D&D movie. Yeah. 1/16thlings are the size of squirrels. Beware of the squirrelings. Darn, 5 free hull damage. But when I have 120 max health, I don't get quite so ragey at the 5 free hull damage. Health damage. Just wait till you have to deal with divide by 0lings. Are those irregular numbers, or what's the word for those? There's some technical term for those, right? The irregularlings or something. The third X-Men movie is bad. Juggernaut turned X3 into a meme movie. Yeah, I don't even know because I never watched it. Because all I've ever heard is how bad it is. Let's actually fight him at range. Try to make use of what we're supposed to be good at with these special augments and things. All right, a human. Yeah, again, I don't think I don't know. I'm gonna have to decide if I want to spend my scrap on turning more dudes into berserkers or spend my scrap on ship upgrades. That's the problem with you giving a ship with like 20 humans when their special thing is that they can specialize, but the cost of that means I can't do the other high cost things that you give your ship the ability to do, like level 9, 10 weapons and shields and things. Chuck Norris can divide by 0. Nice, good callback. Imaginary numbers. Okay, imaginarylings. They're imaginarylings. Imaginary numbers are numbers with the square root of -1. Oh, okay. I don't know. It's math. I said I was good at math in high school. I haven't been in high school for a long time, so I haven't been good at math for a long time, probably. Do I care about a store? I feel like stores are kind of worthless for me right now. Need to gain scrap, not spend scrap. I think I meant irrational numbers, not imaginary. Pretty sure I meant irrational. But I don't know what that means. Is that the numbers that you try to divide by 0? Fractional divide by 0 numbers, or something else? I don't remember what all the different weird number types are. Those are numbers that can't be expressed as fractions. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll board 6 people versus your 2. These guys are raging so hard right now, about how much we cheat. It's an actual killer O2. I don't know about my own dudes. Okay, let's see here. 155 scrap. Let's see. We still have 2 more sectors. I don't want to go to well-guarded rock because that might be a force abandoned. Although with RPGNerdos extra sector types, maybe it's less likely we'll find abandoned. I don't know, to be honest. Okay. Let me get 2 power. Let me get another berserker. Turn Aisha into a berserker. Which I need to just click on her, press P, and it costs missiles and scrap. Go. I swear I pressed Aisha. Did I not? Well, I just messed up. Okay. Alright, one of these people who doesn't have fighting training. Okay, I'm gonna do Valeria into an engineer now. I screwed that up. I just lost training by doing that. I don't know. Specialize on Valeria. Mechanic. Okay. There's something with a bunch of humans being on your ship where it doesn't specialize the person you select. That's the issue with specialization thing. If you have many humans, it chooses randomly. Oh, okay. Alright, well... Alright, that's fine. Okay, I can't choose specific humans. I forgot about that mechanic. Rob Nom Nom, thank you for the 9 months of Prime subbage, my friend. Appreciate that. And you can't fix it with hyperspace is right now? Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I just forgot about it. Alright, double bombs. Ugh. Sorry for all the yawning today. Again, the YouTube rabbit hole. Stayed up too late last night. What level clone bay you have? At least 2. So since my friend Tim sent me a message, has anyone checked out a game called Void Crew? I assume it's on Early Access Steam. I have not heard of that yet. Anyone else in chat heard of that? I'll have to look it up on Steam later since my friend Tim sent me a message. No, you haven't? Okay. 122 scrap. What do we want to do? I could get one more weapon power. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So our weapons are basically done. I really like the look of this ship. Hey, a freehold missile. All right. I like your this is one of your better what do you call this? Exhaust ports or engine exhaust. It's one of the better looking engine colorations you've done. I think that looks really good. All right, quest marker to your map. Okay. I don't have hacking. I actually have no way to sell drone, use drone parts, so we want to sell them. Yeah, I do. I like the way it looks. Alright, run another scan. I don't have an NG yet, do I? Nope. Save the NG. And we can have a silly device. Look at this. All these extra crew slots allows for a silly device. Gotta approve a silly device. You worked for long hours on it? I'm sure you did, man. This is... I sometimes feel bad that I only play each ship once because it's, you know, 1.5 to 2 hour video for probably, I don't even want to guess, 6, 7, 10 hours of work. I know it's a lot of work to create these ships. Coloring reminds you of Voltron's animation style. Oh yeah, it does have a bit of a Voltron look. I prefer that comparison to the Smurf one that Jacob did earlier. Alright. Come on in, the venting's fine. Although I need to make sure we get you vented here. Okay, just missiled us. Okay, no heal bay for you. Somehow his missile's still online, it's fine. Now it is not. That artillery is insane. Oh, should have moved you guys earlier. Is slug pilot taken? No, I can get you a slug pilot in a second. Bumpy. Okay. Alright, heal up. You to heal. And Wham Bambola wants to be slug pilot. Good old Voltron. Oh, that's something we could talk about. What were your favorite Saturday morning cartoons as a kid? I talked about X-Men being my favorite. I feel like Voltron was a little bit before I was watching Saturday morning cartoons. I think it was like mid to late 80s. But I do remember watching a little Voltron. My older brother loved Robotech, which I think is technically Macross or whatever. I remember thinking that was cool, but I didn't watch a ton of it. 90s Spider-Man cartoon was so good. I do remember that one. That was good. Transformers, X-Men. Pokemon was yours? Nice. My brother watched Pokemon. I was never... My brother was 2 years younger than me, and he watched some Pokemon. I never really got into it. There's his own shield bypass. Nice. Yeah. I care about Reloader. I'd rather have a pre-igniter with this build, I think. And honestly, if I'm not getting hacking, I need a weapon that can get through shields. Although with boarding, it's a little less vital. 11 fuel, Sector 6. I think we're okay to not buy fuel yet. X-Men, the 90s one. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yep, I watched a lot of that. Yeah. Batman. Yeah. Batman, the animated series. With Mark Hamill as the Joker and the guy who passed away recently as Batman. Rest in peace, that guy whose name I can't remember because I'm terrible at remembering names. You found your best friend through Pokemon. That's awesome. G.I. Joe is Saturday morning. Yeah, yeah. I was another one that was a little bit before my time, but I remember watching a little bit. Oh, does anybody remember the show Mask? I loved Mask. It was like kind of Transformers and kind of G.I. Joe. And I had this little, I think it was green, but a guy who rode a motorcycle that turned into a helicopter, and they had these special masks which gave him special powers. Oh man, I loved that show. Mask was good. I vaguely remember it, and it wasn't on that much, but I had a little action figure and loved the little bit I got to watch of Mask back in the late 80s or early 90s. The voice of the original Harley Quinn recently passed too. Man, rest in peace. It's sad. Never saw Mask, but you had the board game and the board game for Captain Planet. Oh, I remember Captain Planet. With our powers combined. I remember being in high school, and you know, the whole thing with Captain Planet was the different like colors of their powers and stuff. And I remember, you know, Earth, Heart, Wind, all that stuff. And I remember friends of mine going on a field trip to like some caverns where they all got these little stones, and they all had different color stones and were pretending to be Captain Planet, and I was jealous because I didn't get to go on that field trip, and so I didn't get a heart or wind or earth stone that they're all playing with in probably middle school, not high school, I don't know. Jim Carrey even starred in a live action movie. That's a different Mask. That is a different Mask. Yeah, it was M.A. It probably stood for like, I don't know, Action Force something. Did you get transformed into Berserker? No, you didn't. Oh, wait, did you? I actually tried to not transform you, and I think you did. So, okay, we'll have Grima the Berserker. I specifically didn't choose you, but I think Pikachu, I chose you. Randomly, you did get chosen there, actually. Because of the randomness of it. Mid-80s, the Centurions, the green, blue, and yellow guys who had all the tech that attached to their suits. Oh man, I might vaguely remember that. I might vaguely remember that. Man, there were a lot of good 80s and 90s cartoons for like action figure cartoons, man. Or maybe that's just I'm remembering it as they had a lot of good stuff, but like all these things, I don't know what they have out now, but it feels like they don't have as many of these style of action figure things or things. But maybe just because I don't have a kid or am not a kid looking at what's available. The original Scooby-Doo, that's like 70s, right? I watched it, but I don't know if I'd call that 90s Saturday morning cartoons or not. Maybe it was. But that feels a little older. They were like reruns when I was in the 90s watching them, kind of thing. You remember that too? You think you tried to build some of their stuff using Legos? What, the Centurions? Animaniacs was great. I don't remember that as a Saturday morning cartoon. I remember that as an after school, come home, watch Nickelodeon, or that was probably Fox after school cartoon. Which I don't know why I differentiate, but when I think of Saturday morning cartoons, I think of the action figure ones. All the good old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, like, oh, what were all those? The guy who would go, which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? And there was some racing thing. Gosh, I don't remember all those. Wacky Races, is that what it was called? Hey, we got another free NG. He's a fighting NG, huh? Street Sharks, you think was Saturday? I don't know if I watched that one. Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, Speed Racer. Whew, those are old school. To me, anyway. Those are old school to me. Did you have some training that you came with? Fighting training. My secondary fighting NG border, I guess. Set up a group of secondary borders over here if we get enough crew. Charted Nebula. The Jetsons. Do we have a silly device? We do. Right there. We just don't see him because we have 3 pages of crew. Maybe didn't need to delay that, but... Zombie Shop was saying the things I was referencing. Those are the Hanna-Barbera ones. What's the picnic basket? Not Winnie the Pooh, the other bear. What is that guy's name? Picnic basket? Yogi Bear. Yeah, Yogi Bear. Couldn't remember his name. That's all I remember. They had a picnic basket. Let's go here. Here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm Boo Boo. Hey, Boo Boo. Yeah, I had some of the VHS tapes of Scooby-Doo that either my parents or my older siblings must have had, because I remember watching some random Scooby-Doo like feature length, or it's probably only an hour instead of a 30-minute episode, Scooby-Doo videotape over and over when I was a kid. Okay. And it's always would have gotten away with it except for your darn kids every single episode. 288 scrap. That is a lot of scrap. There's a cartoon now that your son likes called Young Jedi. Not sure when exactly happens in the timeline, but I think you may know how the series ends. Young Jedi, huh? How do you think the series ends? I don't know if what was it, somebody getting their hand cut off like Luke or what? Oh, or is he gonna get killed as a youngling? Is that what you're saying? Oh god, that would be dark. That would be dark if he got killed as a youngling by Anakin. Yeah, I didn't know what you meant for a second there, and I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, these dodges, man. We're kind of relying on our artillery right now to get through these shields. God, I hope it doesn't end that way. That'll be so dark. Hopefully he escapes and joins Shoka, or whatever her name is that has the new show that apparently is alive. I don't know. I don't really know the story behind Ahsoka. I don't actually know how to say it since I haven't watched the show yet. I need to watch that. Do I remember Star Wars the animated series? I don't think so. I don't think I watched that. Void Crew is early access. Looks like it's meant to be played co-op. You haven't seen any streams or videos about it. Okay. My friend Tim, usually when he sends me links to games, is about games we could play together. So I'm wondering, like, he's the one who told me about Polestar Lost Colony. He might have been the one who originally told me about Phasmophobia or some of the other ones, but he likes co-op games we can play together. All right, I'm just gonna have to wait probably for our bomb to hit before I can do anything. I need to upgrade my artillery. That's what I should have already done. Yeah, I need to upgrade artillery for sure. I'm so used to crappy artilleries that I forget when I have one that's useful. Yes, I'm saving for retirement when I retire from FTL. I have no excuse except that it's my habit to ignore artillery, so I am unfortunately and mistakenly habitually not upgrading my artillery. I also have a store coming up. I want to see what the store had. That's a free fire beam. There's a 90s series that was only 1 season long. There's The Adventures of Luke Skywalker. I had a serial made after it. but it flopped so hard. Yeah, I don't think I ever watched that one. I might have heard of it, but I have a feeling it was probably slightly before my time, and if it flopped, it was probably not still around when I was watching Saturday morning cartoons. I would be willing to bet my older brother watched it, though. Okay, I can only get one more level on that. Ahsoka survived by releasing Maul to divide the clones' attention between them. Spoilers. God, you just spoiled it. Ahsoka. Well, I see the H after the A, and I think it's a sh sound, but I guess it's Ahsoka or Asuka. I don't know where the emphasis on the syllable is. Am I maxed out on weapon power? No. Thinking of selling mini beam so I can get another projectile, and I'll swap between fire beam and another projectile is what I will do. Even though these are kind of crappy ones, but 12 seconds, 11 seconds. Yeah, I'll just do this. Wait a second. Yes. So we'll do that. This will let us have at least a chance to get through Force Shield without hacking. And then we can maybe get our 9th weapon power to swap heavy laser for fire beam for crew killing phase 1. We're going to have a lot of ways to crew kill phase 1 with boarding and a fire beam. You've seen the infamous Star Wars Christmas special? So have I. My friend Erin told me about it. I had never heard of it until she told me about it, and it is even more ridiculous than I could have ever fathomed. I don't know why I'm not doing this. If you haven't seen it, look it up. I think it's on YouTube. The famous Star Wars Christmas special from the 70s. Where I think both Luke and Leia sing. And there's most of it is Wookiees talking to each other in Wookiee with subtitles. If I remember correctly, it is one of the most ridiculous, insane things I've ever seen. To get to know Ahsoka, you need to watch Clone Wars, yeah. You always put the emphasis on the so. Ahsoka, okay. Nothing can prepare you for it. Rage-inducing movie. M. Night never made that. You watched like 3 minutes before you had to dip of the Star Wars thing. Yeah, it's pretty insane. I watched it because it's like, I don't know, it was made in the 70s, so you're like, the people who made this had to have been like high or, I don't know, doing shrooms or something, because it's just, it's just ridiculous. I mean, the 70s were when William Shatner did the whole, what is his famous flight? He does that Elton John Spaceman song or whatever, and it's just high as a kite, and he's just smoking as he does that weird quoting. What is it? Is it like a, what do you even call that? Like a artistic rendition of Elton John's Rocket Man or something like that? Yeah. It's like the 70s had a lot of weird stuff. Just another of the many weird things that came out of the 70s, I guess. Reminds me of, there was a movie with Mike Myers in the 90s. I think it was in the 90s. So I Married an Axe Murderer, where, like, he goes to these poetry readings, where it's, you know, just a guy with a bongo, and he's saying, "Whoa, man. Whoa, man. Whoa, man. You make me horny on Saturday morning. Won't you be my Barney Rubble?" He's, like, doing these weird spoken poetry readings, and that's what like William Shatner did or something. Does anybody remember that? So I Married an Axe Murderer with Mike Myers. Randomly, I tell you, I can't remember actors' names for the most part, but I can remember random quotes from movies I watched 30 years ago, like that whole ridiculous, what do you call that? Beatnik or something? I think there's a word for, I think beatnik is a word for that or something like that. I know, random Rand quotes. Remember the stuff from my high school days, I guess. That's why I remember that. Get blasted. Life Day. Was Life Day the not Christmas celebration they were celebrating in the Christmas special? I think that sounds right. That does sound right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, wow, we're gonna have. I could have gotten even more jumps. These charted nebulas are insane. That's crazy. Okay. Are there anything anaerobic? So this is if we want to upgrade to higher level cloaking, we need abandon late. Teleporter needs Mantis. This one needs Rebel, and this one needs Slug. And we are in Charted Nebula, so that won't be Slug. Doesn't look like I'll be able to get any of the level 5 system upgrade things at a store. He loved Leonard Nimoy singing Bilbo Baggins. That put Shatner to shame. That's another one that I hadn't seen until recently. Bilbo Baggins, whatever it was. I had never seen that until recently. It was like, whoa. Another thing that came out of the 70s. Bilbo! Oh, God. And I don't remember anything except Bilbo! Bilbo Baggins. That's like the only thing I remember from hearing that song. Okay. My Mantis might be my worst border now. Not really, we have humans, but definitely not as strong as those berserkers when their lasers are going off. Greatest little hob of them all. Or I'll have to watch that again. The Nimoy version of Bilbo Baggins with those dancing girls is classic and creepy at the same time. Yeah. It's interesting artillery. One thing that's crazy to me, yeah, the artillery's super OP. It's like even when they're like those innocent, I don't know if that's supposed to be innocent, but like all the women are like really scantily clad, aren't they? Like in the 70s music videos, like all the women are like barely covered. And that's like, I wouldn't think that a song about The Hobbit would need scantily clad women dancing around as part of the aesthetic. Like that's kind of what I remember, and from a lot of 70s, I feel like music videos. It's like, why did they have scantily clad women here? I mean, I guess that they couldn't hurt to get certain audience members to enjoy it more, but like, it doesn't seem to fit in this thing that's a fantasy thing for children. I feel like. Do I care about any of this? I don't think I do. Clone Bay I normally consider, but I don't think I'm gonna do Clone Bay here because I don't want to have to vent my crew. If I found Reconstructive, I'd want to. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I feel like I remember there being, for some reason, Leonard Nimoy surrounded by scantily clad women in that video. Okay, alright. Well, we'll be diving again. Let's get level 3 cloaking, because why not? And level 2 backup battery and more value points. Level 3 teleporter, because again, why not? You just want to know who sat down Leonard Nimoy and pitched this song to him. Hey, Spock, it's time to cash in on your fame. Be a damn rock star. Screw Shatner. Hey, there's some free power. We got RPGNerdos on this ship. Let's get you over here, RPG. Mind control hack. Okay, that's probably fine. Bilbo. Now I'm gonna have that ridiculousness stuck in my head. For some reason, my brain wants to go Bilbo Baggins, king of the wild frontier. But that's like Davy Crockett song or something. Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier or something. I don't know. I'm like getting my weird songs from the 70s mixed up. Hey, I don't have a Rockman, do I? There we go. Finally getting some more borders. I like to see. You were wondering what I was mixing it with? I feel like there was some random 90s cartoon about Davy Crockett or some other American folklore song that I'm getting mixed up going on here. Yeah. Should probably turn another guy into a berserker. Actually, no, Rock Dude, we want to have you go over here. In the 70s, there was a black and white Davy Crockett show that used that theme. That's probably what I'm thinking of. Again, so many random things stuck in my brain. Okay, Berserker, who got turned? It was... Hey, it was one of my borders. Perfect. Perfect. In the let's see. That is the David Crockett song you keep trying to sing. Yeah, David Crockett. King of the Wild Frontier. Probably all the UK folks aren't familiar with that one, I would guess. I mean, I wouldn't think that would be a EU thing. David Crockett, I think, was an American frontier person. That is a double burst laser 3 this guy's got. Good dodges. Poke that one. Bilbo Baggins. He's only 3 feet tall. Bilbo. Okay, yeah, I think I am getting mixed up with something. I need to watch it again, apparently. I just remember Bilbo. Bilbo. That's what I remember. Here's the Crockett song done by Johnny Cash. Okay, I'll have to watch it. Born on a mountaintop in Tennessee. I'll have to watch that later. All right. And, okay, you both got it. Okay, nice. Nimoy was a fan, so when it was suggested to sing Bilbo, he went for it. Yeah. I'm sure he's a J.R.R. Tolkien fan. Oh, and here's the Bilbo link. All right, I'll compare those later. Bilbo! Okay, the women aren't scantily clad. They're just doing really weird dances. they're going, oh my god. Oh, okay, we're not going to go to the abyssal place. Oh my god, that's just so... The 70s were a strange time. Kind of glad I wasn't alive during them. Alright, what do I want to do here? We have so many things we could upgrade. Mind control value. Okay. So we can get some extra upgrade at the store. Do I want weapons? Do I want cloaking 4? I might go cloaking 4 this run. Maybe I go 5th shield. I don't know if I've done the 5th shield upgrade yet. They got turtlenecks on. It's kind of the opposite. It's again clad. That's true. I don't know why I thought that. I think there must have been a Reddit post of some other song from the 70s. And I was like, why are they so scantily clad? But it'd probably make more sense for whatever video that was on Reddit. Do I need to crew kill this? Well, why don't I? I have 9 frickin' borders. Alright, that's his flak still online. Thank you. Excuse me. Esoteric. Rand sneezed himself out of focus. Oh, did I? Okay. Hopefully it's refocused by now. Knowledge, vile and long lost, but never forgotten. What? Okay. Forced dive. Alright, well I think we can handle a forced dive on our 120 health ship. Wow, we actually got repaired to max health. That's pretty crazy. We'll max out mind control, teleporter, and clone bay. Yeah, I really like the visual of this ship. Looks really great. Well done to RPGNerdos on this ship. Well done, sir. No, not an ion intruder into my teleporter. What will I do? Well, anyway, just started blasting. Alright. What will I do? Apparently vent my crew on accident. Do 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 do. Boo boo. Boo boo boo. Do 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 do. Alright. So we gotta dive here. Yeah, dive here, and then we'll get to the base, which will let us do an upgrade. Do, do, bum, 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 bum. Reminds you of the Fifth Element aesthetic? This ship? Huh. Fifth Element aesthetic, huh? First person who said that. I don't remember super well what their spaceships look like. They don't have a lot of, like, space combat in that movie from my memory. But maybe what the aliens look like a bit of? Is what you're saying? This ship can specifically get 35 instead of power instead of 30. Okay, cool. Can definitely use that extra power, that's for sure. Just a lot of colorful designs in the Fifth Element, and that's what it reminds you of. Okay, I can see that. Chat needs to learn the Bilbo dance so you can bust it out at the FTL barbecue. Alright, so we should have a couple choices here. Whoa, do none and we can get a free weapon. Holy crap. Well, if I needed a weapon. Let's elitize shields, because I haven't done that before. So this means we get level 5 shields. That is crazy sauce right there. Level 5 shields. We get to finally cheat like slugs in Sector 7 do. Show these guys how to cheat, man. Mother of God, I know that we are a flagship. We are more flagship than the actual flagship is what we are. Just go there so I can shoot weapons and engines here. Ow, and weapons in Clone Bay, I should say. Beautiful. Imagine if you had Zoltan shields to go with it. Imagine this is a miniaturized version of the Union's flagship. Oh my gosh. You know what? I said I was going to do it and I completely forgot. We need an RPGNerdos. What is wrong with me? This is a miniaturized. You wanted this to be bigger. No, we need is level 302 for the humans. They won't feel safe until it's level 3, huh? I guess what I'll spend the rest of my scrap on is trying to get all berserkers on my boarding crew here. Sounds like a plan to me. All berserkers all the time. Oh man, we might take a missile because the mind control doesn't wear off. Darn, not even perfect boss fight. Well, this isn't the boss fight. Level 3 mind control actually backfired because it kept the level 1 Lido online that we couldn't shoot down. It's ridiculous. That is ridiculous, I say. Ridiculous. Did you repair party? If only we had 6 shields to block the missile. Exactly. If only. Wow, this might be the first time my AC is on. I'm actually feeling kind of cold. It is not over 100 degrees outside, so my AC is actually making me feel chilly. 1 second while I go turn off my air conditioning. I went outside today and it was 83 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 20 to 30 degrees cooler than it's been for about a month. So, yay for finally not triple digit temperatures in Texas. I'm gonna get 1 more power. That'll be my floating extra power. Backup battery, mind control, cloaking if needed. And I don't know that level 3 cloaking is gonna do us much good when we don't have something. Stealth weapons. But I do want to get a 6th Berserker. Alright, who was it? It was my weapons person. Darn. Alright, out of all these people, do I have anybody with weapons training? That really sucks. That might be the worst one. Mechanic is my engines. Who needs to be healed, actually. You woke up at work this morning. It was 70 outside in 2 hours. You're 2 hours south of me. Yeah. Just a relief. I went out and it was about 78 degrees, I think is what it was. Did I say 80 something? It was like 78 that became 83 or something. That's like perfect weather. That to me is like perfect temperature. This is all Fahrenheit. I don't know what it is for you Celsius units folks out there. I guess I could turn the rest of the humans into mechanics. No reason to. What do I want to spend my scrap? Let's just buy dodge and power, because why not? Reddit engines. ERCOT breathing a sigh of relief, no kidding. I got multiple texts and emails saying, the ERCOT would like, and the Texas Power Grid would like to ask you to please turn your thermostats down because we cannot handle the power, something, something, something. My Zoltan is fully trained engines. We have a mechanic on it. It's fine, it's fine. I don't have hacking, I was trying to hack there. Do this. Cloak this. I have a feeling it's going to be hard to make use of this fire beam with no hacking. Okay, it's not too bad. The artillery bomb might actually be the best thing here. Ooh, and I'm going to have a rock and berserker guy boarding in an on-fire missile room. That's really good. Alright, I have a feeling our boarding is going to be very good here. Nice. Burned down. Let's send more boarders. Let's get our good boarders back first. Oh my god. And happy fire day. It's actually raining where you are, taters. Nice. Alright, I don't want my berserker to burn to death. So I think I might lose him actually. So he can somehow dodge. Okay, he's alive. Need him to not board. Finish them off. Wow, they got all their shields repaired? That's crazy. Okay, my rock dude is getting vented. I think we lose our rock dude, maybe? No, if they can fight in mind control room, maybe he won't die. Holy crap, are we actually going to keep all our crew alive? Nice. Alright, well, our bomb artillery has deleted their entire ship. Pretty awesome. You're used to like 68, 72. After moving back to Texas, it turned into like 78 to 82. And that's your now ideal. Can make someone into mechanic to make up for the lost weapons guy. We might. That sound. Okay. So he's got no O2. We're going to finish him off with the O2 crew kill. Or the true BM. We're going to O2 crew kill the flagship. I'm pretty sure I can honestly say I've never done that before. Or I think we tried O2 hack one time or something. Beautiful. Alright, good fight. Let's go healer dudes. Which flagship reigns supreme? I think we have the win, my friends. Enemy crew, I just fixed the O2, re. Firebeam when the whole ship is a barber pole. Yes. I think we win the who's the better flagship challenge. Alright, so I was gonna do something. What was I gonna do? I'm gonna upgrade something. I have level 02 ready to go for the boarding drone. We're gonna board into the missiles. Oh, I was gonna upgrade something. But I'm enough for that. This is a swag sensors kind of run, that's for sure. And then I just spend my scrap is what I was gonna do. This. You guys there, you guys there. I swap my fire beam for a halberd beam. That's what I was actually gonna do. That's what I was actually gonna do. Because now I'm gonna be using a fire beam against a dude who... Fire beam is not completely worthless, but... say it's not ideal for us killing him quickly this phase. But the bombs with the fire beam is still pretty good, to be honest. Can't be sad about it. Can't be sad. Why are they called flagship? Doesn't even have any flags. Good question. Alright, can I bring back 6 people or is it only 4 people at a time? It actually does do 6, okay. I feel like there was a time when... I'm gonna have cloaking here, so 5 shields is enough. When, I don't know what I was about to say. When you, even with a more than 4-person teleporter, you could only teleport forward at once. But maybe that's another thing hyperspace changed. Ah, the Webble flagship is so widow and adorable. It's so adorable. And so what we're going to do is we're going to split all these guys up. So they don't do too much instant damage when we get mind controlled here. There we go, and then we can hit enter for them to go back to their positions. Let's get our halberd beam online. And do I need level 3? Probably don't need level 3 cloaking, actually. 38 scrap gets us a power. Okay. Alright, let's go finish off this boss. Who is like the mini boss after we are the real boss. We are the actual boss. The final boss is us. Alright, I will level 3 cloak this. Good. All right, sir, you are shieldless. Go ahead and bring our dudes back so we don't vent our own dudes. They have not earned a venting. Their boarding has been amazing. Uh-oh, do we take damage? Nope. GG cookie time. S-size Union Flagship, otherwise known as the Glory. What a crazy ship from RPGNerdos. On the box.com, that ship is called the Union Flagship. Really pretty ship. Really OP. Like, super OP. But really fun, too. Let's check that score. These viewerships are the reason that my Kestrel A ships on my other save file, I can never beat my ship best because we have so many crazy viewership high score runs. I mean, most skills mastered on this one for a random human. What a crazy run that was. Took a lot of damage at the start. Well, you definitely overcompensated with the 120 health, and I appreciate that. Alrighty, my friends. Well, Mr. Keys is here. I don't know if Bastel Golem is here. I have one more ship from Bastel Golem and the ship pack of Mr. Keys we're working through. So we'll do one of those next. But before we do that, I'm going to stretch you, use the restroom. Y'all feel free to grab a drink, grab a snack. When we come back, we'll play another amazing ship from you crazy, awesome people. See you in a bit, my friends. Work AFK button. There it is.